We've all seen movies where some archaeologist digs up a super old book from an ancient tomb that says, "Warning, do not read, otherwise a plague or Crowley will come out and bring it into the world as we know it." And of course, the guy reads it anyway, the end. Well, luckily this doesn't happen in real life, right? There are no ancient magical books that conjures demons or angels and threatens to turn the whole world into a real life supernatural episode. Or is there? Here are several supposedly real historical texts of magic, or grimoires, that are said to be able to do just that, and even promises to bestow upon its reader supernatural powers. Number 1. Sworn Book of Honorius. This grimoire, created during the Middle Ages, is said to be written by a mythical person known as Honorius of Thebes. Like many others like it, this book teaches the practitioner how to gain knowledge and a wide array of powers through the conjuring of angels, demons, and spirits. Some of these powers include manifesting floods, causing plagues, and seeing into the afterlife and the future. According to the book, only 3 copies of it can ever be made, and if the owner of one of these books cannot find a worthy successor, then they must take the book to their graves. Number 2. Pseudomonarchia Daemona. Okay, this one is just downright creepy. This grimoire was written in the 16th century by a famous physician slash demonologist, Johann Weyer. You know, that'd be a fun double major in college. Yeah, I'm pre-med and demonology. Anyway, this thing is basically a book listing out all the 69 highest ranking demons. But not only does it list them out, this book also documents their abilities and how to conjure them. It's almost like something you'll find in a video game tutorial for Diablo. Apparently, this book has a very famous fan, Sigmund Freud. He called this thing one of the most important books of all time. What's interesting is some of the demonic abilities listed in this book, such as a demon whose skill is to find lost items, and another demon who is really good at stealing horses. Now, you might be thinking that Weyer was probably some demon-worshipping nut, but he was actually a devout Christian and warned people not to use the rituals documented in the grimoire, so I don't know why he then decided to write them all down, but Weyer did omit details of the conjuring rituals just in case someone is nutty enough or maybe lost a horse to try and summon a demon. Number 3. Galge Bock. This Icelandic grimoire is like the mixtape of magical books. It contains 47 spells from different magicians of the 16th century, and it's almost like some of these spells were provided by the magicians as a prank. The magical spells and incantations in that region from that time period were often reliant on magical items such as runes and staves, kind of like an Elder Scroll. In this grimoire, there are instructions on how to create staves and runes that would do serious damage, like making someone hallucinate and become extremely afraid of everything, kind of like Scarecrow and Batman. There are also useful spells that could cure everyday common aches and pains, but then it gets a little weird. For example, there's a spell that will help you win a legal case, which if that works would be really useful today. There's another one that will kill someone's animal, and then there's this. This spell is called, and I quote, fart runes, which will obliterate your enemies with bad gas. And I'm still quoting here. And all of these will plague thy belly with great farting. May thy farting never stop. You know what though? After finding out about this, it all kind of makes sense, because there's a guy I work with. Hey Dan, did you ever run into someone who may have cursed you somehow and maybe laughed and said you're gonna be farting a lot? Anyway, I think I might have found the cause to your whole gas problem. Number 4. Book of Saigon. In the 16th century, a mysterious book about magic called the Book of Saigon was found by John Dee, a mathematician and occultist. After the book was found, it was again lost for hundreds of years. Finally, a scholar found the book when he was browsing through the British Library, and inside the book, which only 2 copies were supposed to exist, were different magical spells, ways to summon demons, and the normal super creepy stuff. The 197-page Book of Saigon had over 40,000 letters that were arranged in code form, and no one knew how to read or understand it besides the parts of the book that were written in Latin. The contents of the book was supposed to relate to the time before time. Isn't that a movie? No, that's Land Before Time. Anyway, even before the creation of Adam and Eve, and is said to contain the secrets of life and the universe, bestowing upon the reader the ultimate wisdom. But the pages of the book were said to only be accurately interpreted by the Archangel Michael. But just in case you and Michael are Facebook pals and you are able to unlock the secrets of this book, there is a price. You will die within 2.5 years, which is oddly long. I mean, most times you hear a cursed object will kill you in like a few days. I mean, even that creepy videotape with that little girl takes like 7, but 2.5 years, that's pretty much unheard of. And finally, number 5, Ars Notoria. This ancient text can be traced back as far as the 12th century, and unlike other grimoires that focuses on spells or communication with angels or summoning random demons, this book is said to bestow upon its readers academic powers such as wisdom and perfect memory. This grimoire is part of a larger collection of books called Lesser Keys of Solomon, which is a text full of spells and demon summoning methods, but the Ars Notoria only focuses on prayers and chants that provides mental powers. So I guess if you want to forgo any creepy demon assistance and just want to do better at school, then this is the perfect ancient grimoire for you. But this book may not be as innocent as it seems, as there are those who have followed the teachings of the Ars Notoria and experienced horrific visions and hauntings, such as a notable 14th century monk called John of Morgany, who went on to write a book warning people to stay away from the Ars Notoria. This is the first time I researched and did a video on grimoires, so some of the pronunciations may be a little off, but I really couldn't find an occultist pronunciation guide. Also, should I be very disturbed that you can find some of these books on Amazon? I'm hoping that since many of them were translated into English, the spells kind of lose any powers. Also, I just don't get why people ever want to summon demons. I mean, I don't have much knowledge into that because I'm not really insane, but they're demons. They're inherently evil. We should be avoiding them. Why are we trying to bring them closer to us? And some people who maybe watched Hellboy one too many times are probably like, oh, this spell shows me how to control the demon. But let's say the spell did work and you're able to summon a demon. I guarantee you're not controlling that thing. I mean, that demon's gonna eat you. I know I may have offended some occultists in this video, so I guess I'll know if a demon randomly shows up to steal my horse or I can't stop farting. But seriously, I do believe that demons exist, and these books to me are kind of like Ouija boards. I would never mess with them. Not even the English translated versions. I mean, why take the chance? But I want to know what you guys think. If you have a book in your hands, you can read it and the spells do work and you can maybe do some of these crazy things like communicate with angels, summon a demon, would you actually do it? Because you really don't know the actual consequences, you don't know the side effects. So under those conditions, would you still do it? Also guys, since I started this channel, I linked it to my Instagram account, which is a personal Instagram account about my life, which includes a lot of food. I know a lot of you guys on this channel has been asking for a Instagram account just for Beyond Science, where the posts are really just about beyond sciencey facts. So I did that. I'm going to be posting almost on a daily basis about random sciencey facts or beyond sciencey news items, a lot of interesting stuff. So make sure you go on Instagram and follow that account. But if you just want to follow me, see what my life's like, see the foods I'm eating, you can do that as well. Anyway, all that information is in my description box. Thank you all so much for watching. See ya.